Have you ever wondered about the origins of one of the most powerful ancient civilizations in history, Carthage? Our journey begins in the 9th century BC, with a Phoenician princess, Queen Dido. Fleeing the tyranny of her own land, she sought refuge on the African coast where she founded the city of Carthage. With her leadership, the city soon gained independence and began to bloom into a powerful naval and trading city. Carthage wasn't just a city, it was a beacon of prosperity, a testament to the indomitable spirit of its people. The city's strategic location on the Mediterranean coast offered a gateway to vast trading networks, attracting merchants, explorers and settlers from far and wide. From its humble beginnings, Carthage grew, its influence spreading across North Africa, Southern Europe, and Mediterranean islands. Its trade and diplomatic relations with neighboring peoples strengthened and its power amplified. And thus began the rise of the mighty Carthaginian civilization. From a single city, Carthage's influence spread far and wide. The Carthaginians, driven by their maritime prowess, began to establish colonies and ports, not just in North Africa but also in Southern Europe and across the Mediterranean islands. These strategic locations served as vital links in their vast trade network, cementing Carthage's status as a formidable trading city. They traded in a myriad of goods, from precious metals to exotic spices, and their ships were a common sight in the ancient Mediterranean world. But trade wasn't their only means of interaction with the wider world. Diplomacy played a crucial role as well. The Carthaginians fostered diplomatic relations with neighboring peoples, negotiating alliances and treaties that further bolstered their influence. Such was the reach of Carthage that its presence was felt from the coasts of Spain to the shores of North Africa. Carthage was on a path of expansion, its influence reaching many corners of the ancient world. Carthage was not just a city of traders, but a formidable military power as well. Under the rule of noble families, the city-state commanded respect and fear from its neighbors. The Carthaginian army, known for its discipline and ferocity, was a force to be reckoned with. Its soldiers, pulled from both the city's populace and its colonies, were trained in various forms of warfare, making them adaptable on any battlefield. Yet, the true strength of Carthage lay in its navy. With a fleet that was the largest of its time, Carthage dominated the Mediterranean Sea, controlling vital trade routes and establishing colonies in its wake. The Carthaginians were not just masters of the sea but innovators too, introducing advanced shipbuilding techniques that made their fleet faster, stronger, and more efficient. But this power would soon be challenged, and the stage was set for a series of epic wars. When two powerful civilizations cross paths, conflict is inevitable. Starting from the 3rd century BC, the stage was set for a series of bloody battles that would come to be known as the Punic Wars. These wars were a fierce competition for supremacy between two of the ancient world's most formidable powers, Carthage and Rome. The First Punic War saw Carthage and Rome clashing over control of Sicily. This was a war primarily fought at sea, with Carthage's mighty fleet testing Rome's naval mettle. Despite the odds, Rome emerged as the victor, gaining control over the strategically important island of Sicily. However, the flames of conflict were far from extinguished. The Second Punic War brought forth one of history's most revered military tacticians, the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca. Hannibal, known for his daring and innovative strategies, led an audacious military campaign against Rome. In an epic journey, he crossed the Alps with his army, including his renowned war elephants, to launch a surprise attack on Roman soil. Hannibal's campaign struck fear into the heart of Rome and made him a legend, but it wasn't enough to secure Carthage's victory. The war ended in favor of Rome once again, with Carthage losing its Spanish territories and being stripped of its naval fleet. The third and final Punic War saw Rome's ultimate triumph. Provoked by Carthage's defiance of a Roman ultimatum, Rome launched a brutal attack on Carthage itself. The city was besieged, captured, and utterly destroyed by the Romans, marking the end of the Carthaginian civilization. The once mighty Carthage was reduced to ashes, its territory annexed by Rome. In the end, Rome emerged victorious, forever altering the course of Carthaginian history. These wars not only ended Carthage's reign as a dominant power, but also paved the way for Rome to establish its supremacy across the Mediterranean, a legacy that continues to shape the world we live in today. The once mighty Carthage fell, but it was not forgotten. As the dust of the Third Punic War settled, Rome emerged as the dominant power of the Mediterranean. Carthage, once a titan of trade and naval prowess, lay in ruins, its civilization snuffed out like a candle in the wind. Rome, in its victory, seized the territories of Carthage and imposed heavy indemnities, crippling the once prosperous city. The defeat marked the end of Carthaginian civilization and the beginning of a new era under Roman rule. But the story of Carthage was far from over. Years later, under the rule of the Roman Emperor Augustus, the city was rebuilt, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. The new Carthage was a testament to Roman ingenuity and architectural prowess, boasting impressive monuments that stood as a symbol of its regained prosperity. Under Roman rule, Carthage flourished, becoming a vibrant city once again. Its ports buzzed with activity, and its markets teemed with goods from across the region. But this period of prosperity was not to last forever. In the 5th century AD, Germanic tribes swept through the city, marking the beginning of a new chapter of decline for Carthage. The power that Carthage once held was dwindling, its glory days seeming like a distant memory. Yet Carthage was not destined to fade into obscurity. In 533, the Byzantine Empire, the eastern continuation of the Roman Empire, regained control of the city. Under Byzantine rule, Carthage had yet another chance at rebirth, another opportunity to regain its lost glory. Carthage's tale is one of rise, fall, and rebirth, forever etched in the annals of history. The city that was once the jewel of the Mediterranean had faced trials and tribulations, yet it never disappeared. Through each downfall, Carthage found a way to rise again, its legacy enduring through the sands of time. Its story serves as a testament to the resilience and tenacity of civilizations, a narrative of survival against all odds.